Thanks for joining me today. We've got the Toyota Auris today that's in. It's got an ABS problem on it. It's saying check ABS. We've got the ABS light on. Let's plug in, see what the codes are and see if we can figure out what the problem is. I've got my topped on aygo Pro. I put links in the description for all the tools and kit. This is amazing. It's a cracking bit of kit. Let's plug the dongle into the OBD down here and get some codes out of it. There's a little white plug just under there. I always get this the wrong way around to start with. Okay, so we've read the system and it's given us a couple of faults here. We've got C1333 open circuit left speed sensor circuit. Ooh, so that's a nice fault down at the back there. And it's also saying control module communication bus off, U0073. And if we try to clear that, it's cleared the fault, but as soon as I go to start it up, I'm sure it just brings it straight back in again. Yeah, ABS light is still staying on. There you go. So now the only one that's current is that speed sensor at the back. So let's have a look at that, see if we can't figure it out. Might need to replace it. These are a part of the hub, so we might need to just change the whole hub over. I can go into live readings on this as well and actually get the speed of that individual hub, so we can actually see if it is giving us a signal. So we can take it to bits, have a quick look, spin the wheel, see if we're getting anything from it. Might be a bad connection, might be a new sensor. Let's take it apart and have a look. We've got a nice jacking point on the sill just there where the two noggins are, so I'll get my trolley jack under there and we'll lift it up. Right, let's have the wheel off. Got a locking wheel nut key going in there. 21mm bolts on these, they're quite big. So it drops, it's not going to land on me. So down the back here you can actually see this is the wire to the ABS sensor. Comes in, runs along, goes off there up into the body. We'll try disconnecting that, having a look at the terminals, seeing if there's any damage. I'm going to need to get down the back way, so let's just shove that out of the way and get an axle stand under it. Further over. There we go. This is the view from the other side. So we've got the sensor, and the hub itself has got these bolts that go through the back. So if we do need to change the hub, we've got to try and get them bolts off and knock it through. We'll have to take the brake caliper off it. We've got a couple of bolts, take the two bolts out, slide the caliper off. There's two more retaining bolts, one at the top, one at the bottom. The whole caliper will come away, disc will have to come off. But let's have a quick look, see what's up with this connector, if it's all good. So the connector's got a little plastic sheath over it. You've got to just pop the clip at the back and then just give it a little tweak and the actual outer comes off. Like that. Revealing the plug. You can see how much water and dust and dirt gets around that connector. Now this plug is a real fiddly thing to get off. You've got to press the little tab on the side. Sorry about the fingers, but I'm going to use the screwdriver just to press the tab at the back. There it goes. And then you can just pull it off. There it is. Tricky. And that's clean enough inside. I can't see any dirt in there or any debris. It looks alright. Yeah, the pens look good on the sensor as well. And so it's a little, you push the tab at the bottom, it's really stiff, push that tab in there and it releases the clip on the top. So as if by magic, I've got a new sensor here, a new hub. That's the part number there, if you can see it. And this is what we get. This whole unit bearing, and then on the end of it is there's no ABS sensor. So in theory, if I connect up my new sensor to the wiring, like that, and now go and turn the ignition on and clear the codes, it should clear if the sensors falter. Righty-ho, fingers crossed, it's going to be the sensor. This is going to be the easiest way to find out. Clear fault memory, no trouble codes. Ignition's on, let's start the car up. No warning lights on the dashboard, it's not binged up. Happy days. So that sensor is duff. It's a duff sensor, so now we've got to do is change that hub over, which is not going to be easy. It's going to be really sticky in there. I think it looks a bit rusty and corroded. But hey, let's give it a go. Let's go for it. Not looking forward to this bit. Right, first thing we're going to do then is disconnect our plug from this sensor. You get a good idea, you can see it now. I'm just going to press that tab there and pull it off. There we go, we'll keep that nice and safe. Caliper off first, disc off, and then we can get down to the hub. Okay, first things first is the two bolts holding the brake caliper to the cradle. Sometimes you just have to hold the slider with your finger just to stop it going, or a spanner if you can get a spanner on it. See how it's spinning, just hold it. Handbrake off. Yeah, the handbrake lever there, the arm is just in the way of that top bolt. If I let it off though, like that, we can now get at it. Okay, handbrake's off now. That makes it a bit easier, look. The top bolt and the bottom bolt. I should be able to slide that off now, get that out of the way. Sliders are good. So the brake pad's out. And we've got these two bolts at the back there. Yeah. These are usually really tight. We shall see. The torque setting on these is usually around about 80 to 100 Newton meters. Oh, not too bad. So they are quite tight. One. Oh, that one's fine. See how these Weetabix. We'll just whiz them out with the electric ratchet. Great bit of kit. And this whole cradle here will come off like that out of the way. Now I want the disc off. Got a couple of bolt holes there we should be able to wind. It's like a couple of M8 bolts. These have got a different thread to the two caliper bolts, so you do need to go and find some normal thread ones. Just wind them in and the disc will just pop off. There we go, get them out of the way. That's the disc off. And this is his little hub. So we've got one bolt that goes through the front there. Oh, I've got 1, 2, 3, oh 4. We might open. It might just be these 4 from the front. Oh, hopefully. Oh, is that a nut on the back you've got to hold? Possibly. We'll see. Let's have a go. So you can actually see there the bolts, the fixing bolts are at the back too, and you get at them through the little hole. We just rotate that round, to each one we need to do to undo it. See what size they are. I think they're 14s as well. Yeah. Let's see how tight these ones are.
I'll try it with a knuckle bar just to gauge how tight they are before I put the impact on it. Tighter than my little one.
Tight. Okay. Let's get the big dog on it.
There we go, got an adapter on there. And this is the big 1/2 inch bar.
There it comes.
There it goes.
There it comes. There's one cracked off.
Again, these are about 80 to 100 newton meters.
Two cracked off. Three. That's at least.
Hopefully it's not seized, which it's not. Good news. Now I can just whiz them out with the gun. Now the aygos and stuff, these were absolutely solid into the hub, into the axle. So I'm hoping this one's not going to be the same and it comes off a bit easier.
One left. Bottom. Missed that one. Oh, it's lovely. It's falling off. It's falling. Now I've got to press it out or anything. Oh, what a gem! What a little gem. That's delightful.
It did come away really easily. We'll just give that a quick wipe round, make sure there's no dust and debris on that face that the new bearing's going to go up to. You could put a bit of emery across that if you wanted to, but this is really clean. Through the back plate again, get it all lined up and pop the bolts through.
Nice and easy.
And just whiz those up, get them all in finger tight to start with.
I was just having visions of the old Aygo where I had to get the big hammer on it and whacking it and it actually seized into the hub. But this one has come straight off without a care in the world.
Like I say, we'll do these back up again. I'll wazz them a little bit with the gun and just give them a tweak with the bar. All 4 of them done up nicely.
Beautiful. Clean enough behind that. It looks alright.
We'll get that disc back on again. Caliper bracket back on. 2 bolts in the back. We'll nip them up and then whiz them up with a ratchet. Get the big bar on it and give them a good tugging up. There we go, there's one.
2.
Slip them brake pads back in again.
Brake pads back in.
They're nice and free on the sliders.
There we go, it's all located and then we can have the caliper back on again.
There's quite a bit of corrosion around this disc area, around the caliper brackets. I'm not going to clean it all up today, it's working fine. If you really wanted to go to town, you could clean this whole lot down, paint the back plate or replace it. But it's got plenty of life left in it.
And the 2 bolts through.
Get those lined up, just nip them up and get the ratchet on them again. Little extension just makes it a bit easier.
You just want these pins here to be located with that out a bit, they're pointing outwards, so then it stops it from spinning. If I can just get those in the right place. That one's okay.
Move that back a little bit. There it is.
There we go. Just like that. That one's locked up. That one's locked up. Right, now we can plug in this new sensor to the wire. See that?
Yeah, we're better where it was before. That's not too bad, we can see what's going on.
Click that all the way home. I just heard it clicking. And then we've got this little plastic protector. And this is just like a little, it just locks round, it folds round and then clips in just to protect the plug and the wire.
Can be a little fiddly thing to put back in again.
Just put that round.
Just try and get it into place and click the two sides together. Sorry about the hands, you can just about see what I'm doing. It locks all into the sensor and everything, holds it all nice and tight.
And that holds everything in and keeps it all nice and safe.
Wheel back on again. We'll pop the nuts through and we'll whiz that back up. Obviously not forgetting to remove the locking nut after we've done it up. Don't want to drive down the road with that in there still. Not that I've ever done that before much. It's the worst feeling in the world, forgetting to take the lock and wheel nut key off. Oh, I can just hear that rubbing a little bit. The back plate just needs to be pushed away because we've obviously disturbed it. Just give it a little push away from the disc. It does flex quite well, and then you'll just stop that rubbing sound. Yeah, just that's better. Now all you can hear is the brake pads against the disc. And that's a fine noise. I like that noise. As a final check, make sure it's working. We'll just go to the Top Don's RTDI Pro and we'll spin the wheel and make sure that we're getting a reading on it. Okay, so we'll have the ignition back on again. We can now go into read data stream. And then we'll just scroll down the menu until we find, let me get you so you can see what I'm doing. Scroll down the menu until we see front left, we want rear left, don't we? Rear left wheel speed, there we go, that one looks good to me. And now let's go to OK. And I'll go to a graph and let me go and spin that wheel. There it is, look at that, good as gold. Oh, so now we know that that's right, we know it's working. We don't even need to clear the codes anymore because I did it when I tested it. I cleared the code, so we know that's all good. Job's a good one. Let's get it on the ground. I will give it a little road test, but I'm under no illusion that's going to be fixed. We've sorted it. Yeah, she's sweet. We're all good. Nothing in the box, so I'm happy with that. If you've enjoyed this one, if it's been used to you, it wasn't a bad job, was it? It came off nice and easy. So yeah, just drop me some comments. Always love your comments. Little thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.